And welcome everybody here to Saturday night. We're back with the Outlaw Racing Series, and good to see these guys back out here on the track. We're at Lanier National Speedway for the Outlaw 75.
Yeah, kick off a new season here. New league that we're broadcasting for. We've done a couple recruitment races for these guys. The recruitment races went really well, so I don't expect anything less tonight. So here we are, Saturday night at Lanier National Speedway. Doesn't get any better than that.
No, it sure doesn't. And by the looks of it, these guys are making some pretty good lap times around here. Still got a few minutes left to practice, or about a little less than a minute at this point in time. Then we'll head off into qualifying, and as everybody knows or may not know, tonight's a doubleheader.
Sure is. After they do 75 laps here, I guess it'll take however long it takes them to switch over, and then we'll head into South Boston for another 75 laps.
Yeah, so that should be a whole lot of fun. A little Saturday night doubleheader, and a lot of fun action here. But these guys are getting ready to take the track and get some qualifying underway. And again, if you haven't tuned in for one of these outlaw races here, we've done a couple of recruiting races for them about a month or so ago. They do run the super late models at some of the short tracks around. Going to be a 10-week season, if I remember right. A couple double headers during the season, though. A little bit light of a crowd here tonight. We've got 8 drivers out in the field right now. Again, it's Labor Day weekend. You know, I'm sure people are out and enjoying time and all that stuff, while others are here on iRacing and enjoying some great racing.
Oh yeah, it is a holiday weekend, so that may be coming into play. Especially anybody with kids, probably getting their last weekend before school starts if hadn't already started wherever they're at. So, we'll see how this goes, and maybe next week we'll have double this field size. Have to see.
Yeah, I was talking to the league owner a little bit before the race, and he was expecting to have about 12 drivers take the field here this evening. But hey, it's not too bad. Actually should provide for some. Well, we're going to cross our fingers, Jamie, and hope that it's some longer green flag runs and maybe a little bit less cautions with this small of a field.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, Lanier's can be a tough little track, but honestly, with this small field, these guys really shouldn't have any issues getting around here without killing each other. So it should be a really good night of racing.
Yeah, as we're watching a little bit of the qualifying right now, seeing a couple cars lose control here. Seeing them reset and try to jump back into the pits to be able to lay down a decent time here. But looks like some of these guys are struggling with qualifying right now.
Yeah, I've seen some guys taking an odd line, at least from what I would expect them to be taking around this track. Some of them are really not using the whole track, and they're really shallowing up their entries into the corners because of that. And I think they're really creating a push loose situation with their cars because they're not really getting that arc. But hopefully they'll get that figured out before the race gets going.
I'm with you, Jamie. Hopefully they do get that figured out here a little bit and get it kind of straightened out. But it's always fun to be out here with the super late models. I always enjoy coming out here and watching these cars go around. And definitely every time I see these cars go around a track, I'm going to take that back. Every time I see a car go around a track, I want to jump behind the wheel of it. So I can't say it's in particular the super late models. I mean, if there's a car with 4 wheels going around a track, I want to be behind the wheel.
Absolutely. And these things, they look good, they sound good. They're a lot of fun to drive. So definitely would love to be out there racing with them tonight. But we get to be up here, and we'll just watch them do it. It looks like we got an appearance from one of our own. Jamie Mullins is in the stream, so give a shout out to him. Good to see him out here taking this super late model race in tonight. Hope everything's well with him.
Yeah, hopefully get a couple guys to tune in here this evening and check out these outlaw guys. Been a great group of guys, you know, as we're getting to know them here a little bit and all that stuff, and I'm sure we'll end up goofing up a couple names and all kinds of stuff. I think I'm just going to call that the 23 car Riley Dovell. I'm not going to even try to get into that the second part of that name there. That one's not going to not work out well for me. Neither is the 12 car. Joshua Siegfried?
Yeah, Siegfried.
All right, we'll go with that one. If anybody wants to get me, what is it? Rosetta Stone is one of the language learning softwares. I think it is. I think there's a couple of them out there as well. But if anybody wants to give me Rosetta Stone for English, I'd be more than happy to take that course.
Well, honestly, I think really it'd probably help you out a lot is if you just watch that substitute teacher skit a few more times. Really help you, work names out.
I'll have to, as I'm sitting there watching that at night, on repeat or something, my wife's going to come upstairs. What are you doing? Jamie gave me some homework, and I'm just trying to be a better broadcaster, honey. So, but
fortunately, we don't have an AA Ron in this field, so.
No, we don't.
Or a J Nice.
No, we got Elvis is here though.
Right. Justin Elvis. Elvis is in the building.
Yeah, so why we might not have those others, I mean, we've got Elvis. And, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that on a Saturday night.
Absolutely not. Qualifying is winding down here. We've got about 10 seconds left or 15 seconds left, and they should be taking the grid. I don't think we're going to have any problems getting the starting lineup in before they go green tonight. We can kind of take our time with this one.
I think we're going to be okay, man. Sometimes we struggle with an ARCA series that fields like 30 cars, and we're like booking it through people's names. I think we're going to be okay here this evening, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And qualifying is over.
Yep, and we will bring up tonight's starting grid here this evening as the cars continue to take the grid. Tyler Holden in that number 20 car is going to take the pole here this evening with a lap time of 13.692. On the outside pole is going to be Matthew Johnson in the number 61. Starting third is Riley Dovell in that number 23 from BG Racing. And then starting first is Curtis Hendon. And that number 85 from Dark Moon Racing. Go ahead, Jamie.
All right, starting fifth, we got the number 10 of Brendan Carroll. He's outside starting sixth. Number 4, Justin Elvis. Starting seventh, number 12, Joshua Siegfried. And rounding out the field tonight, the man himself, the owner of this league, number 38, Braden Goddard. And that's the paint scheme that Braden's running tonight. That's the same scheme he runs on his real life car.
Well, these guys are getting lined up and ready to rock and roll here.
Hey, Mama Ellingson. Glad to see you can join us tonight. Got a new series here we're broadcasting for. Hopefully you'll get to see some good racing.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we get a lot of good racing in here this evening. Again, not a big field here. Lanier's not that tough of a track. You definitely need to know how to drive some of these shorter tracks. Not a lot of banking here. These super late models do make a lot of power. They'll tend to want to break loose a little bit, but that pace car is pulled off. We're waiting. The green flag is out, and we are underway.
I think probably the best thing I'd say about getting around Lanier, it's a very rhythm track. You got to be in the rhythm, and throttle control is key here at Lanier. If you can handle those two things, rhythm and throttle control, you can do well here.
Yeah, as we see the 20 car there going down through 1 and 2, using a little bit of that apron to unload the suspension and get a little bit more drive off. But that the number 61 car of Matthew Johnson isn't going anywhere. He is tight on his tail.
Yeah, he's staying on his bumper, and we've already got one car that's pulled into the pits, the 12 car of Joshua Siegfried, and I don't know what's going on there. Off early, be making a pit stop, so.
I don't think we've wore out the tires yet.
No, but Matthew Johnson's taking a look to the inside of Tyler Holden. Kind of washed up the track a little bit, but they stayed door to door coming down to turn 1.
And 61 really powers it up in the center of the corner there. And caution is out as it looks like Elvis has crashed. We'll take a look here real quick. As we look at the number 4 car, all by himself there. Comes off the corner, really loses the rear end of that car. Tries to catch it a couple different times and just straight into the outside wall, and that's what puts us under caution.
Matthew Johnson is now our leader. Completed 7 laps at a scheduled 75.
Yeah, we saw those top 2 cars kind of really start to separate themselves from the rest of the field there. Definitely with Matthew Johnson having a little bit better of a car, was able to work his way underneath him and move on by here for the lead. So it'll be interesting to see as these tires cool back down and these drivers line back up here if the 20 car is going to be able to get up there and challenge to get the lead of this race back.
See, the 12 car is getting a wave around to get one of his 2 laps back that he's down. So not sure why he had to pull into the pits there on the first lap, but he's definitely still in the race. So maybe he'll be able to get those laps back and get back into this before it's over.
Good to see him back out there. You never know what happened. He might have had an issue with his sim rig there. Myriad of different things could have happened, but glad that he got to pit road safely, getting at least one of those lap backs here. So should be next time by. We'll get the green flag as we cross the start-finish line here.
And the lights are off on the pace car, so they will get stacked up here and get ready to get this thing back underway. 10 laps completed here at the Outlaw 75 from Lanier National Speedway.
See some of these guys gassing it up, trying to see how these cars are going to launch. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Not a lot of time in between. And it is pedal down as they are side by side all the way back and through. And the 61 is not able to clear. Looked like the 20 had to check up just a little bit there. Oh, as now he tries the crossover.
Yeah, he's probably going to make that work. 61 kind of washed up a little bit.
Oh, we got a wreck behind them. Looks like, we'll go back and it looks like Braden Goddard. Looks like the 38 car comes off the corner. Actually goes down into the corner, tries to tuck in behind the 65. The 23 is already there and gets turned around, collects up a couple other cars. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage to him. And so should be a pretty quick caution here. We should be able to get back underway. As they're still trying to catch up to the pace car. Sometimes at these short tracks, it gets a little interesting because you'll see the pace car go around the infield like one time, and you're like, I don't know where it's going. But I think the guy driving it hit the beer stand one too many times.
Yeah, I think it might have been at the bull ring that we were at before, and it's like the pace car comes out, and then it ducks back in and goes around the infield, and then comes back out again. It's very weird. One of those little glitches. And there goes the 12 of Joshua Siegfried, so he will be back on the lead lap now.
Good, that'll put all 8 cars back on the lead lap here, so everybody back in the fight. We've had 2 leaders here this evening, Tyler Holden in that number 20 and Matthew Johnson in that number 61. They have traded the lead back and forth here, with the 20 car being back out front right now. So we'll have to see if the 61, who looked to be a little bit better as the run went on, is able to make the move on this restart.
Yeah, it's almost like whoever's in that outside is actually getting a little bit better restart here and is able to really get that thing wound up before a person on the inside.
As the lights are off on the pace car, they're going to stack them up 2 by 2, and we're going to get after it one more time.
I just don't know if there's really not enough room from the time the pace car comes off to the green flag comes out for the inside line to really have any kind of jump, but really don't look like it. As soon as that pace car is coming off, they're getting the notification that the green flag's out. So we see Tyler Holden get good start this time. But the 61 of Matthew Johnson closes right in on that bumper as they go through 3 and 4.
He sent it down into the corner that time. Used a whole lot of apron
And
there in that
Braden
corner.
Goddard is around again. So far, the caution has not come back out. Not sure if that was single car or if he had help.
We are still under green here, so we'll keep an eye up front here a little bit. Go back and look at Braden Goddard is back up and moving again in that 38 machine, so everybody's pointed in the right direction as we speak right now, as we're coming up on 21 laps complete of our scheduled 75 here tonight in the Outlaw Super Series. That 61 continues to try to stick his nose down in there, and it's looked a little iffy a couple times there, but these guys are racing real hard and real clean right now, and it's been a great battle up front all night long.
Yeah, he really seems to be able to make up ground through 3 and 4, but Tyler Holden is definitely better through 1 and 2, and so he's able to hold on to that lead.
The yellow flag is back out again, and it looks like Joshua Siegfried is wrecked. We'll see this 12 car down on the apron there a little bit. Comes off the corner. You see some cars wrecking in front of him. The 4 car gets up into the wall. The 12 car spins around. So let's take a look at what happened to Justin Elvis here. So we see him come off the corner, loses control of that car, and spins it around, and then 12 behind him kind of spins his around trying to avoid everything. So looks like we're having a little bit of car control issues here this evening, as we've had a couple guys just really loop these things coming off the corner. I'll tell you, Jamie, I think somebody in this league needs to start designing some paint schemes. These are usually, when we come to these super late model races, I mean, we got some pretty sharp paint schemes, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple out here. I think the 23 looks really good with that BG designs on there. That one's pretty sharp. Even Braden Goddard's 38, that's pretty cool. You know, especially because I've seen the pictures of his real car and it looks just like that. So that's always cool to see. But yeah, there's a couple cars out here that really could use some work. A little bit of effort, maybe. I mean, I guess if some folks aren't painters or whatever, I mean, we're not world-class painter by any means, but you know, if anybody needs a Goat Locker Racing paint scheme, we can definitely make that happen.
Yes, the green flag is back out one more time. 20 car gets an outstanding jump this time, and now the 65 or 85, excuse me, is underneath and has made the move into second place. So now, for the first time, we see Matthew Johnson back in third position.
Yeah, not sure if he got caught sleeping on that restart or what happened there, but he definitely, the 85 took advantage and picked up that position.
And the 61 turns to him. Oh, and it's going to get hit. It looks like the 12 car just couldn't get slowed up in time. You hate to see it. A lot of great racing that was going on up front there, and back under caution one more time here. As the 85 is going to bring his car down pit road. Got a lot of names on the hood of that car. Not sure who they are or what this paint scheme is for, but a decent looking paint scheme there. Grabs that fast repair. And, well, he's going to grab a set of tires too here, but that is going to put him a lap down. I don't think he meant to do that. It looks like he only did 2 tires there. That is definitely going to put him a lap down.
Tough, but you know, if he's just 1 lap down, I'm sure we'll get another caution here shortly, and he'll be able to get the lucky dog.
So we are stacked up 2 by 2. Lights are out on the pace car. Getting ready to go back to green again. Green flag is out. And the 20 car again gets a great start there. Tyler out to a 2-3 car length lead. 61 car down there on the inside as well.
Not sure what happened to the 23 of Riley Talrico DeVell, but he buried that car into the wall on the start. I'm not sure if he spun his tires or what happened there, but he is definitely dropping now.
Yeah, he's fading back through the field as we talk. And the 61 car is now set his sights back on trying to get back up here to the lead. Justin Elvis has had a couple of issues here this evening, but has moved himself up into third position right now. So even through all that, moving up through the field. Take a look back through the field here a little bit as well. We look at Braden Goddard, that 38 machine, sitting back in 6th position right now. And then Curtis Hendon in that, or Hedden in that 85 machine, 1 lap down right now, really just kind of working his way through the field. And might try to get up there and try to unlap himself the old-fashioned way. We'll have to see. As we check in on our leader right now out front, the 20 car of Tyler Holden, having a great race here this evening. Started on the pole here tonight. Has led most of the laps here. He's had a challenge from the 61 on a couple different occasions. And during the one run, the 61 was actually able to get around him. But this time around, that 20 car is looking pretty strong here as we're coming up on 41 laps complete of our scheduled 75 here this evening on the Outlaw 75 from Lanier National Speedway.
61 is definitely closing in on him, though.
Yeah, seems to be a tick faster.
Yeah, he's just a little bit faster. We'll see when he catches him if he's able to do anything with him. And again, we see that he's seems to be a lot better on entry into turn 3. But Tyler Holden really holds his own there through 1 and 2.
As we continue to watch our leaders here, most of the field is kind of spread out here a little bit. These 2 guys up front have pulled away by almost 5 seconds at this point in time, so they are definitely the class of the field here this evening. As Justin Elvis sitting back there in 3rd place is at this point in time 5 seconds back.
61 continues to inch closer and closer to that bumper. It's actually last lap he was kind of looking to the inside, didn't really push the issue, but definitely flashing that nose, letting Tyler Holden know he was there.
Yeah, I don't know, Jamie, is this an open or a fixed lead?
You know, I don't know myself. Well, let's see if I can see anything.
I'm not 100% sure. Just there's a large gap between, you know, 1st and 2nd, and then everyone else behind them. So, just kind of curious to see if it is a fixed or open setup. And, you know, sometimes with these open setup leagues, you can definitely tune these cars up a little bit more. But these 2 drivers are definitely putting on a heck of a show here tonight. 20 cars really going to have to start protecting that inside line.
Yeah, even with these 2 starting to battle, they're still just pulling away from 2nd place.
Leaps and bounds ahead of him. 20 car continues to ride that little bit higher of a line. He's making me a little bit nervous. If I was his crew chief right now, I'd be telling him to plant those lefts on that yellow dotted line down there and don't come off of it. If that 61 car was going to get around him, he needs to make him do it on the outside.
That's right.
They continue to battle nose to tail here, up for the lead. Go back and take a look at Justin Elvis. It's back there sitting in 3rd position. And then Riley DeVell back in 4th position. So a couple of these 3 drivers right here have been pretty close together, in the number 12 car as well throughout the night. A little bit of space in between them. We'll head back up front again and check in on our lead as they are side by side right now. That 61 car has gotten underneath the 20. battle side by side.
Yeah, Tyler Holden is able to hold on and continue to lead that lap, even though they are door to door.
He's going to have to continue to battle hard because I have a feeling. And they get together.
Yeah, Tyler Holden, he came down. He came down too much. And Matthew Johnson got into the back, that left rear quarter panel. But
whoa!
Tyler Holden just, I guess somehow he avoided hitting that wall square, but he pretty much drove right into the wall, the pit road entry or exit there. And he's going to have to bring that car in for service.
It is definitely got some left front suspension damage there. I'm not real sure what happened there. It looked like he tried to power up and take off and just made a beeline for that wall. And it has done some damage to that car. So hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he's got the tires unchecked and all that stuff, just gets his fast repair done and gets back out there on the track. Because as we've seen, even if you only take 2 tires here, you're going to go a lap down. They make it around this track way too fast. And yep, he gets the fast repair done.
And he's taking tires. He took 2.
He took 2. It looks like he's going to be able to get out and not go a lap down here. So he's gambling that those tires are going to make a difference here.
Well, I mean, him and Matthew Johnson have been so much faster than the rest of this field. He definitely can, work his way back through this field, especially with there's 3 cars now that are a lap down. So he's only got really 3 cars to work through to get back to Matthew Johnson. So I guess, the only thing he has to worry about is Matthew Johnson going to get too far away as he's working through that traffic to get back to him with 59 laps complete. So we're talking 15 laps here to the finish. Be less than that when green flag drops.
Yeah, it looks like a...
Oh, Pace car will be pulling off.
Yeah, these guys are still trying to sort out who's where and all this other stuff. And the green flag is out.
The 4-car Justin Elvis was laying way back from the leader.
So he's got those 2 right side tires, but that was a interesting restart to say the least. And looks like he slipped up in the corner there and is going to fall back. 38 car gets real loose.
He's probably going to be really loose the right side, so I don't know. We'll have to see how this works out.
He continues to kind of saw through the field here. He is not wasting any time whatsoever. It seems he's got control over that car. He sends it down in there underneath the 23. So he is a man on a mission right now. He's wheeling the hell out of that car.
Yeah, he's up on it. Elbows are out. He's getting everything he's got right now. Might be a little bit upset with the 61, but I think if he watches that replay, I think he's going to see what we saw, and that he came down too low in the middle of 3 and 4 there.
Yeah, he should be able. With 11 laps left here to go in the Outlaw 75, I mean, he's got plenty of time to work around him. He's definitely got a much better set of right side tires on this thing. So he just needs to be mindful of that and know he's got the better tires, set his pass up, and just get going.
He's pretty much done it now. He's got the inside, and he's going to clear the 61 coming off of turn 2. But Matthew Johnson isn't going to just roll over. He tries to get the inside back, but not quite able to do it. And Tyler Holden has now got the lead and is pulling away.
As the 23 car as well is coming up through the field, or the 4 car, I'm sorry. Coming up through the field here as well. He's up into 3rd position.
Matthew Johnson, he's getting a little pressure now from Justin Elvis in the... Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a lap car.
23 cars a lap down.
It had me confused too. That's why I was looking back and forth. I'm like, wait a minute here. But with 7 laps left to go, Tyler Holden has pulled himself out to a pretty substantial lead here. So coming down pit road and grabbing those right side tires definitely helped him out a tremendous amount because he is up almost 2 seconds on the 61 car right now.
Yeah, you know, when they first got started on this restart, I thought maybe he made a mistake with just taking the 2, but maybe it just kind of caught him by surprise a little bit when he went into turn 3. But he's definitely made the right call now. He's probably not so upset that the 61 turned him.
I actually put him in a good place with some good
Absolutely.
strategy there and a fresher set of right side tires, and he is just walking away right now.
Yeah, he is gone up to a 2.5 second lead now. Come by this time, they'll have 2 laps remaining here in the Outlaw 75.
Oh, and the 85 gets into the side of the 12, spins him around, and we are under caution.
Caution is back out. I'm assuming this will be a green-white checkered finish. And it is. We are under green-white checkered. They are going to have 2 attempts at this.
And I'm not really sure what was going on there. As the 85 just sends it down into the corner and then powers the car up and just knocks the 12 around. So, tough break for the 12 car there, but this is going to put us under a green-white checkered condition here. Still out front is going to be that 20 car, and he's still going to have the freshest set of right side tires. So, we'll have to see if some of these other cars, as the 61 car has come down pit lane. So he's going to gamble on a set of tires here, I guess.
Well, he's going to, you know, going to be 5 cars on the lead lap here. 6, one's to 23. He just got waved around. I don't know with a green-white checker that the 61 is going to have enough laps to have these tires work out. We'll have to see. But we got an Eddie Smith sighting. Nice to see you out here, feller. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough time to get up there. I've been proven wrong many a times, but that's a short amount of time, and there's not going to be a real large difference between his tires and Tyler's tires. It wasn't only a handful of laps ago that Tyler came down and got his right side, so even if he's able to carve his way up through some of these guys, I think Tyler's going to step out to a pretty big lead here. Definitely his race to lose.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, you basically got 2 laps to try to get this done. Yeah. We'll see.
Yep.
I mean, I guess that's why we run the races and not over till they're over.
That's true. So we'll have to see how this one shakes down here. But lights are on the pace car. Green, white, checkered finish coming up here. Green flag is out. Tyler gets a great restart there, and they are going to be wrecking behind him.
Yeah, and we're not going to see attempt number 2 here.
We'll go back at
coordinated spins there going into 1 and 2. I didn't really see contact. They just the 2 cars just kind of spun simultaneously.
Collects up a few other cars down on the inside, and Matthew Johnson, who just came down to grab those fresh tires, gets caught up in this as well, as we see him pulling away from the accident. So tough break again, and we're going to stack them up and try it again.
It's going to put the 12 of Joshua Siegfried up there and up to 2nd place. You know, if you think back to lap number 1, we saw Josh, for whatever reason, having to pull that car down on pit road, and he went 2 laps down right off the bat. And he has battled his way back to 2nd place right now. So we'll definitely get an answer in post-race interviews if he holds on to the top 3 here. What caused him to make that pit road visit?
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up as well. No matter how the beginning of the race goes, it doesn't really dictate the end of the race. Keep your head in the game. Get the car fixed up. Even if you go a couple laps down, you just never know how it's going to shake out. It always kind of drives me crazy when a driver will throw his hands up in the air and just, my race is over. Well, it might not be. Keep fighting.
Yeah, as long as that motor's running.
Yep.
As long as that motor's running, you still got a chance. You know, especially at a track like this. You know, aero is not going to be a factor. You know, you just gotta. As long as that motor's running at full song, you can still battle.
We'll have to see here as the lights are out on the pace car. Tyler Holden is going to restart us one more time here this evening. Josh Siegfried out to his outside. And green flag is back out. Tyler Holden again gets a great start as a 12 car. Does not really get going. We are 3 wide back there. Looks like everybody makes it through okay. The 61 car is trying to come up through the field as well. He's worked his way up into 3rd position. We are going to get the white flag. Last lap here this evening in the Outlaw 75 from Lanier National Speedway.
Oh, the 23 got loose, tried to correct it. It went the other way on him. He takes out Matthew Johnson. So the 12 car, who struggled on the restart, is now found his way back up to 2nd place. And Braden Goddard brings it home in 3rd. What a finish. Wow.
What a finish indeed, as it looks like the 23 and the 61 were not very happy with each other.
Oh, I bet. They're still, I see. Oh.
Congratulations to Tyler Holden on a hell of a race here tonight. Started on the pole, brought that car home with the win, fought off a lot of different challenges all throughout the night. A little bit different race strategy when he got into the accident there and got spun, but that right set of tires proved to be the winning difference.
It absolutely did. And, you know, that was a gutsy call to make. You know, like I said, I wasn't real sure about it. The way it looked on that restart when he went into turn 3 and kind of just washed up the track with it. I thought, oh, that wasn't a good call to make, but he definitely proved me wrong, and that was the winning decision right there.
Yeah, so let's go grab a hold of Tyler and have a chat with our race winner. Hey, Tyler, it's Matt and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, a hell of a race here tonight. You win it from the pole. Had a couple challenges throughout tonight. Got involved in a late race accident, which almost ended up being a blessing in disguise. You grabbed those right side tires, powered up through the field, and was able to bring home the win tonight. So take us through your race and how you did it.
I just had control of the restarts. That's what mainly won the race. And I had too much front brake in the car because the car was really loose in practice. And then under that late caution, I got tires. I put a lot of rear brake in it, and the car just came alive.
Wow, Tyler, well, that was a great adjustment, man. And that 2-tire call you made, I really felt like that was the biggest difference in the race. So how did that car handle with 2 tires? Did we lose him?
He's not going to tell you. Trade secrets.
It got a lot of drive when you put 2 tires on, so it helped the drive out.
Well, all right, man. I mean, well, again, congratulations on a great finish here this evening. You got any sponsors you want to thank, shout outs, anything?
I just want to thank Dark Moon Motorsports. They helped me come to the races and give me setup tips of steering ratio, brake bias.
Wow, outstanding, man. Well, congratulations again on the race win here tonight. Race number 1 of the season. Get out there and celebrate, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, have a great rest of the night.
That was our race winner, folks. All right, let's go grab our second place finisher. Siegfried.
Yeah.
Is that like Siegfried and Royd? Is that the kind of
Yeah.
All right. All right, I'm on it now. I'm on it. I got this. Except for he's not in the Discord, Jamie. Well, son of a gun. Let's just grab Braden Goddard.
Braden Goddard.
I'll get it eventually, man. I'll get it. Hey, Braden, that's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Braden.
This is going magically here this evening.
Braden Goddard.
Well, as I can see him in the Discord, his he's consistently lit up, like he's got a button held down, and then he just bounced out. Now he's back.
All right, you guys got me?
Yes, sir. Well, man, hey,
All right, there we go.
heck of a race here this evening. I mean, it was a lot of up and down and back and forth and all kinds of craziness, but you managed to bring that number 38 home in third place. So take us through your night tonight, and now you got that podium finish.
Well, the car was a handful all night, as you could probably tell. The car would act really loose with new tires, and then it would get good for a bit, and then it just go to being too tight to drive. It just couldn't make up its mind. We just got lucky that last caution and made it through there, and I ended up here.
Yeah, Braden, hey man, congratulations on that third place finish. Good way to start off the season, being in the top 3 and being on the podium. So, what are you looking forward to the most for this season?
Just making it through it. If we can make it through it, I'll be happy.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And, top 3 is a great place to start, better than being, bottom 3, I guess. So great start to your season so far. Got a doubleheader coming up here, South Boston, in just a few minutes. So anybody you need to thank, shout out, sponsors?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors in real life. They're on the car: Erickson Parsley Insurance, Rack Hunter Camo, Premier Dental Arts, Don Gray Reynolds, and J. Ross Painting. Of course, it couldn't be done without them. I'd also like to thank my teammate Riley for keeping the cars up there on the wall, not coming down on us.
Well, man, congratulations on a podium finish here tonight, man. Great to talk to you, and I'm sure we'll talk to you more throughout the season.
Hopefully.
All right, Jamie. Well, that's race number 1 in the books here on Saturday evening. The Outlaw 75 is wrapped up here from Lanier National Speedway. Tyler Holden is your winner here tonight. We'll get ready for race number 2 here very shortly. Any final thoughts on this one, Jamie?
It was a good race. There was some exciting moments into it. I kind of thought maybe we'd see a little bit of a cleaner race, but again, it's first race of a season. I'm guessing they're a new series. I think they've done some other stuff in the past, but I don't know how many of these particular drivers were involved in that. So, it's always rough the first race out. People are trying to fill each other out, things like that. So I thought all in all, it was competitive. Saw a lot of good racing between Matthew Johnson and Tyler Holden there. A little back and forth, swapping the lead around a little bit there. And then, incident there late that caught Matthew Johnson up and took him out. He would have been top 3 finisher, but unfortunately for that late incident. So, it was competitive. Saw a lot of good things, and we'll get ready to do a quick turnaround here and go see how they do at South Boston.
Yeah, and with that, we'll cut it over to our opening screen here as we take a momentary pause, and we'll be back here in about 15 minutes for the second race of tonight. So thanks to everybody that tuned in on the Goat Locker Racing Network for race number 1. Take yourself a quick little break, grab yourself a drink, and come on back. We got race number 2 coming up here shortly. And welcome everybody back. We're at South Boston Speedway right now. We're going to do another 75 laps here this season, so we'll call it the Outlaw 75 version 2. A lot of great racing in the first race, a little bit of cautions and things along this line, but watching practice here for a little bit. These seems to be a little bit better car control here at South Boston, so we'll have to see how these guys do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Right now, qualifying is just wrapping up, and it looks like Riley Talarico Dovel. Hope I'm saying that right, Riley. If not, you need to let us know. He is our pole winner with a lap of 15.455. Looks like 4 guys didn't qualify, so the top 3 are in on speed, and everybody else will just grid based on their iRating, I guess. And they're gridding now, so we are getting ready to get underway.
Yeah, as you just mentioned, Riley DeVille, number 23 from EG Racing, on the pole for the second race here tonight. To his outside, Tyler Holden in that number 20. Starting third is going to be Braden Goddard in that number 38. And then starting fourth is going to be Matthew Johnson in the 61.
Starting fifth, once again, we got to number 4, Justin Elvis. His outside starting sixth, number 10, Brendan Carroll. And starting 7th, rounding out the field tonight, this is number 85 of Curtis Hedden.
I'm probably not going to get that name right all night. You know how it gets stuck in your head one way, you just can't get it out? I think that's what I got going on right now.
Yeah, absolutely, I know how that goes. We did see some fireworks there on the closing lap of that race there at Lanier. Have to see if there's any carryover with some hard feelings.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye out here a little bit, as a couple of these guys, looks like they tuned up the paint schemes in between the first and second race here. The 61 car is looking pretty sharp. And the base car is off, and we are underway here at South Boston. Outlaw 75, race number 2 here this evening. And the 20 car of Tyler Holton powers that car up on the outside, gets around the 23, and 23 gets loose in the corner, spins the car around, and we are under caution.
Oh.
That didn't take long.
Didn't take long at all.
Well, you know, hey. Looks like he just gassed that car up a little too early in the corner, came around on him. Looks like most everybody was able to avoid him, so he's just going to take the penalty of starting in the back of the field. Got a little damage to the nose, but that shouldn't hurt too much here at South Boston.
No, not at all. You know, 0.4 miles on this track, not even a half mile. You know, again, a lot like Lanier, rhythm and throttle control are going to be the keys to getting around this place tonight. Not so much aero.
And I think you're right. I mean, a lot of these short tracks, you know, whether people realize it or not, it is really about that rhythm and about throttle control, because these cars have a lot of power, and you can't just lay it to it. As we saw in the race at Lanier, as we saw at the start of this race, I mean, you lay into these cars, they're going to come around on you. So you got to kind of learn where your braking point is and where that throttle point is, where the quarter throttle point is, the half throttle point, and understand, you know, and we've talked about this as races past, you know, a gas pedal isn't an on and off switch. There's a lot in between on and off, and you've got to use all of it if you're going to get the most out of these cars.
Yeah, and you know, these cars, they will let you drive in deep into the corners. You know, you gotta be careful with your exit, because they will get loose, especially on new tires when they're cold. Tires need to get some heat in them before you can really do that kind of stuff. But you know, if you do that, if that's the way you drive, you're not going to do it very long, because you're going to really just tear the tires up. So really, you just gotta take it easy and let the pressures build up, and we're back on the way here. Tyler Holden gets clear of the 61, and right now, top 3 are single file and kind of pulling out wait. Oh, Braden Goddard gets loose and then gets turned around. Caution is back out. He got loose and then got help from. Didn't catch the car number there, but.
If I can take a look here. As we see, looks like the 85 are right behind him. As they go down into the corner, they get into each other there, and Goddard goes around. And Goddard's going to come up and say hi to the 85. Just give him a couple little nudges, let him know, hey, buddy. Didn't quite appreciate that one.
I'm not sure what the 85 really could have done. You know, he's just going through a corner, and Braden got loose and was trying to catch it. And, you know, had he been at the back of the field, he probably would have been able to get away with that. But, you know, I've killed his momentum, and not a whole lot that Curtis Hedden could have done. If you get on the brakes too hard, you're going to probably spin yourself out. So
it's always the tale of two stories when it comes to drivers, for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, you mentioned it in last race, you know, when you go back and you look at the replay, you're probably going to have a different opinion. But when you're behind the wheel of that car and it goes around and anybody's near you, you're probably going to swear up and down that it was their fault.
Oh, for sure. And you know, whenever it happens to me, it is always, you know, someone else's fault. So, you know, I totally get it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm usually in the race comms with you.
I mean, I've never caused a single incident yet in iRacing.
No, me either. It's kind of amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I've been around a lot of drivers that don't know how to drive. Woo!
Yep.
Good times. Good times. All right. As lights are out on the pace car, should be hanging left here shortly, and we're going to get back underway. And again, Tyler Holden with a great restart here. 61 of Matthew Johnson up into second position, as we saw at the.
Oh my goodness!
And we're back under caution one more time.
I don't know what happened there.
Take a look at it. The 23 gets into the back of the 85, and everybody else just kind of piles right in. And they continue to kind of just wreck into each other. So. It's a little case here of guys dive bombing the corners here a little bit, trying to get all they can get on these restarts. And they see an opening, and I think they're just getting aggressive with it. Car is pushing up a little bit and collecting the car to the outside here, so we'll stack them up again and see what happens. Coming up on 15 laps completed, the scheduled 75 here at the Outlaw race number 2 here this evening. This is the Outlaw Racing Super Series that will run on Saturdays from this point forward. 10-week season, a couple doubleheaders. They're kicking off the season with a doubleheader here tonight. So sure you tune in on Saturdays and kind of check them out. Been some okay racing, little small fields here, but I suspect as the weeks go on, the fields get a little bit bigger and the racing get a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, I agree with you. We talked about it a little bit in the first race there. I think, you know, holiday weekend. Probably wasn't the right time to start a new season, but you know they went with it. So I guess they felt, you know, because gonna be off next weekend with it being you know, September 11th. We'll be racing next weekend, so I guess they didn't want to wait to, you know, 3 weeks into September to get their season started. So I guess you just get it rolling when you can.
Well, as we tell most other leagues, that we get a chance to broadcast. I mean, if they don't lead the racing up, we're just going to ruthlessly make fun of them on the broadcast, so it's up to them.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't give us anything else to talk about, we will talk about you.
Yep, and we're pretty good at it. So.
I mean, definitely it gives me a laugh, so, you know.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. As long as I can giggle,
right.
I'm good. But lights are off, pace car is off, and we're going to get back underway again. And again, Tyler Holton gets a great restart, pulls away from the entire field. A couple cars still battling side by side as the 85 and 10, and the 38 gets into the back of the 85,
All right.
spins him around, and we are back under caution again. And I don't know about that one there. That one, go back here and take a look here. 85 gets clear of the 10, and the 38 just gasses up and tags him. Flips the 10 on its side a little bit, and yep, we'll cars will get spun back around here, and we'll stack them up again. So, sloppy racing to start this one off, Jamie.
I wouldn't call that racing. That's not racing at all. That's, you know, well.
There's a lot of descriptive words. It's a family show, Jamie. It's a family show. As we've completed 21 laps, we're scheduled 75 here this evening. We have Tyler Holton that is continuing to hold on to the lead here. These are jokes, folks. Stick around. It was a terrible one. It was terrible. I get it. Best I can come up with on short notice here. Again, as we always say, you know, if you're gonna have a caution field race, we have to fill the airtime with something. It's gonna get off the rails.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so Tyler Holden's leading the race, and Matthew Johnson, like we saw in the first race, is up there to his outside, running in second. So
Elvis is still in the building, running third.
Yeah.
And Riley DeVell, who was our sitter, is back in fourth position here. So,
and those are the only 4 cars on the lead lap at this point. You got the 10 and 38 are 1 lap down, and Curtis Hedden is taking it to the garage. So 6 cars still remain in the race, 4 on the lead lap.
we'll get this restart underway here. Up in the air in the chopper cam here for a little bit of different view. As they head down off into the corner, Tyler Holton is running a pretty solid line there. 61 car using a lot of apron. Try to get that car powered up. And caution is back out one more time. Oh, my goodness. And we'll go back and take a look at this one here. Is the 4 car down on the inside here. Comes up, smashes into the 23. I got nothing left, Jamie.
I don't know.
This is something else. Ooh. Come on, guys. There's 6 cars on the track. We can make a lap. But as we're under caution here, I have no idea how many times it's been so far, but quite a few. We have only had maybe 5 laps of green here of the 27. I had to take a wild stab in the dark. Hadn't been a whole lot of green flag racing. Does seem some of the stuff carried over from the first race. We've seen some guys, I don't know, just not giving a whole lot of room and being super aggressive. Like I said, we already had 1 car take it to the garage. He'd had quite enough for this evening. But Tyler Holton still continues to lead this race.
Yep. back to having 5 cars on the lead lap. It looks like Braden Goddard got to wave around, so he's back on the lead lap. That leaves just the 10 of Brendan Carroll. Is 1 lap down. That's actually still out on the track, so I'm sure he will have plenty of opportunities to get a lucky dog, get himself back on the lead lap as well.
As we continue to pace around here at South Boston Speedway. This is the second race of 2 here this evening with the Outlaw Super Series. First race was won by the 20 car of Tyler Holden. He is up front leading this race as we speak right now, with Matthew Johnson to his outside. We saw those 2 cars really control the first race here. And we'll have to see how it goes here in the second race. Justin Elvis back there in 3rd position might have something to say about it. And we are back underway one more time. Looks like this time around all the cars have gotten some separation. Kind of continue to watch it here from the blimp cam. We're going to just try all kinds of different cameras here this evening. Try to catch some of this action here at South Boston. Some of these smaller speedways, it's a lot of fun to pan the camera out, as you can see a lot of the different action going on throughout the race here. But,
yeah, these small tracks, you can get some really cool angles that you can't really get at some of the, the bigger tracks, the mile and a half tracks, but definitely some cool shots here at South Boston.
Again, it looks like most of the field has kind of spaced themselves out. No real side-by-side racing going on right now. So right now I'm showing 4 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I guess, well.
Looks like Riley might have taken his car to the garage. He is showing multiple laps down.
Yep. Not sure what happened with him there, but unfortunate. Leaves 5 cars left in the race. Brendan Carroll is 1 lap down. As Tyler Holden right now is starting to stretch his lead over Matthew Johnson.
Yeah, it's up to about 6/10 of a second at this point in time, so he has been able to stretch it out just a little bit here. Justin Elvis has held on pretty strong there in 3rd place, as he's fallen back just a little bit, but still having himself a good race here.
Johnson cut into that lead a little bit on that last lap.
Take a look at those lap times. That time around, they matched lap times. You don't see that too often there, but they both ran 15.477s that last lap. That time around, Matthew Johnson at 61 machine cut another 10th out of his lead, so he is definitely coming up. We have now completed 40 laps of our scheduled 75 here this evening. This is our longest green flag run. Love to see this thing race itself all the way out here and get a nice green flag run.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see some good competitive racing like we saw in that first race. So far tonight, we haven't really gotten that.
As Matt Johnson continues to be the fastest car on the track right now. Just a tick faster than our leader, Tyler Holden. But he slowly, surely inched his way up there. But that lap, he loses a 10th and a half. That lap right there, he loses a little bit more time as well. So these 2 drivers continue to kind of exchange times back and forth here. Now Matt Johnson continues to fall back as that last lap he lost 2.5 tenths, but that lap he makes a tenth of that back up again. So
keep throwing these tenths back and forth, but in the meantime, they're walking away from Justin Elvis in that 4 car. He's almost 3 seconds behind at this point. Braden Goddard finds himself 8.5 seconds back, which a little more than half a lap here at South Boston.
yeah,
The leader getting around here at 15.6.
we've got the track Mac pulled up now, and with even only 5 cars on the track, they're all around the track. So it is kind of interesting to watch some of that as the 4 cars definitely falling back, and the 20 and 61 are really catching up to the tail end of the field here with the 10 and 38.
Oh yeah, they're laying down some good times. Tyler Holden continues to stretch his lead out here.
Yeah, as we take a look at the gaps here right now, he has moved out to about an 0.8 of a second lead. Justin Elvis is falling back 4.5 seconds back. Braden Goddard is almost 12 seconds back at this point in time. And of course, Brendan Carroll is a lap down on that number 10 machine.
We have 25 laps to go here. This Outlaw 75 part due.
Part 2. Love it. For those of you who don't know, that's French, too.
Any hot shot fans out there?
Right now, Tyler Holden is really driving a pretty smart race here. Been able to maintain that gap. Matt Johnson's not going anywhere, but he is losing a little bit of time each and every lap. And now we're going to have to see how these leaders navigate a little bit of lap traffic, as they have definitely caught up to the 10 car. And soon after that will be the 38. 10 car moves right out of the way.
Yeah. Probably the classiest thing we've seen out here in this race so far.
Definitely is. Definitely is. And now we'll see which direction the 38 car pulls up out of the way as well. Makes room for the leader. And he continues to pull away and now has over a second on Matt Johnson in that number 61 car. One of the things I was just noticing, Jamie, is the contingency sticker pack actually has a Goat Locker Racing sticker in there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, you can see it right behind the left front wheel.
Yeah, I see that. That is sharp. Appreciate it. There, Tyler?
Yeah, a lot of what we do here at Goat Locker Racing, and I know for some people, if anybody's tuned in at this point in time on the Goat Locker Racing Network, the name could be a little bit strange to some. We've had all kinds of questions about how many goats can we actually put in the locker, where's the locker located, and to answer those questions, as many as we want, and it's in a secret, undisclosed location. But we do a lot with veteran organizations. Myself and Jamie are both 20-plus year veterans of the United States Navy, and what we do over at Goat Locker Racing is give a place for a lot of veterans to come, policemen, firefighters, first responders, and those that support them to come and race and enjoy life and have some fun. We do a lot of cool giveaways as well. We have some phenomenal sponsors, and a lot of the broadcasting we do helps pay for some of the stuff that so we can keep Goat Locker up and running, and we can keep sending people stuff out in the mail like our cool hats, and we got some dog tags coming, Jamie, this year for water bottles for season number 2 of the Truck Series, which fires up this Thursday coming up. So a lot of cool stuff that's going on. But again, for those of you who are curious about the Goat Locker, as many as we want, undisclosed secret location. That'll start to really confuse people. They're like,
absolutely.
They've really got goats? We do. We really do.
Well trained.
We've now completed 63 laps for a scheduled 75 here this evening, so they are ticking away pretty quickly here. We've got 3 cars left on the lead lap. Matt Johnson continues to hold on to second place. He's about a little over a second back at this point in time. And Elvis is about 6.5 seconds back right now, but still on the lead lap.
Yeah, 4 cars. Actually, he's kind of maintained here quite a bit. I kind of thought we'd see him falling back a lot further, possibly struggle to stay on the lead lap, but he's done really well to keep that car in 3rd position as we have 10 laps to go. And somehow a caution is out.
It looks like Matt Johnson is correct. I love the enthusiasm in your voice.
That's amazing.
As he loops it coming off the corner, flips the car upside down multiple times, just loses control of the car coming out of the corner with 10 laps left here to go.
Wow. That was impressive.
And
he drives it away. That's cool.
That was actually, I agree with you. That was kind of impressive.
When you only got 3 cars on the lead lap, you get to hit the wall, flip over 3 times, drive away, and you still run in 3rd place.
As Tyler Holden's coming down pit road.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got to because, you know, Matthew Johnson's probably going to have to come down pit road, and he's going to get fresh tires. And we just saw that happen in the previous race, you know. The roles were reversed there. Tyler Holden had to come down and get tires after an incident, and that was the winning move, and he wasn't going to sit there and watch Matthew Johnson return the favor. So definitely, I think that was a good move on his part to come get some. It looks like he only took 2.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got 2 good feel goods on there. As we see,
I guess that
Matthew Johnson pulls down pit road now, so. Yeah.
Worst he's going to start is 3rd, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might as well come get him, as it looks like at this point in time, Justin Elvis has stayed out. Car's got some old tires on it, and it's a little beat up.
Yeah.
Nope. He's going to come down pit lane at this point in time, from what I can tell. And so that will turn it back over to Tyler Holden. We are coming up on 5 laps left here to go in the Outlaw 75 version 2 here at the doubleheader tonight with the Outlaw Super Racing Series. You should probably know that.
It's a limited iRacing Series Outlaw Super Series.
A lot of supers in there. A lot of racing in there.
Yeah, very redundant. So caution's been extended here. So looks like we'll possibly have 3 laps to go when the green flag comes out. So almost a natural green-white checkered.
Yep. Green flag is out. And with 4 laps to go.
Jump.
Yeah, just a really big jump there by the 20 car. I think some of the cars are still getting sorted out. There was another one of those very interesting restarts there, as now Matt Johnson has got underneath the 23 car, the black car, and has moved himself solidly into 2nd place. But with 3 laps left to go and both of those guys on equal tires, that's a lot of ground to make up.
Yes, it is. It's just it's 2 laps away here. Well, actually, 1 more lap remaining. Well, 2 laps remaining for Tyler Holden to sweep this doubleheader here tonight.
Sends it down into 3 and 4. You can see the white flag wave in the air this time by.
And it looks like Matthew Johnson loses it again. Or almost lost it again. He got loose, but it looks like he keeps going.
Down into 3 and 4 for the final time. Tyler Holden is going to sweep the doubleheader here this evening. Another win. South Boston.
Yeah, man. Can't start your season any better than that. Coming into the first week, got a doubleheader, you win them both.
Pretty impressive.
Absolutely. That goes a long way to winning a championship right there.
You can definitely tell the 61 and 20 They'll be battling this out all season long, as they were just a class of the field in both races here tonight. As he comes to a rest there on the start-finish line, we'll see about grabbing our race winner here and having a chat with him for the second time here tonight. Hey, Tyler, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth again. You got a copy? Oh, man, we're going to do this again. Hey, Tyler, can you hear us? Well, Tyler, if you could hear us, great. Congratulations on sweeping the doubleheader here. Another great win here tonight at South Boston Speedway. Definitely the dominant car all night long. Saw you take control of this race and continue to the lead. So congratulations on winning the first 2 races of the season. And again, we hope to talk to you here in the future. Not sure what was going on there again, but definitely didn't have any race comps with him. So I don't see
Matthew Johnson around.
I do not see him anywhere.
Okay. How about Justin Elvis?
Oh, I got it. Elvis is in the Discord.
All right.
Let's grab us a Justin Elvis. Hey, Justin, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do have a copy, sir. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Looks like you had a hell of a race here tonight here at South Boston. Able to bring that number 4 car home in 3rd place. So kind of take us through your night and how you ended up with a podium finish tonight.
Well, so Boeing is it being, it's a great track. I know the line in the past. I have people real life here that finish here that tells me all the time where to go. I'm sorry if I sound sick. I've been coming off of COVID. So yeah, Lanier, not really good race for me, but Sobo, it was pretty good. Car felt great, kind of tight at the very end, but what are you gonna do about it?
Hey, Justin, man, congratulations on a 3rd place finish. Good run for you tonight. So what's your thoughts on this season so far, or what are you looking forward to this year?
Looking forward to get this 4 car at the top of the podium instead of being in the bottom 3, but rocking the new scheme. Hope I can get it all the way there.
Sounds like a plan, my man. And again, congratulations on a strong run here at South Boston Speedway. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
I'm going to go ahead and thank for the main sponsor on the hoods, Barrel's Performance Fabrication. Once again, another CWD design. Very cool design he made here, the number 4 car. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, man, congratulations on the podium finish here this evening. Looking forward to talking to you more throughout the season, brother.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, Jamie. Well, as we kind of went through that pretty quickly, didn't get a chance to interview Matt Johnson there, but a definite shout out to him for finishing in 2nd position, and Justin Elvis, that number 4 machine, finishing in 3rd position. So a lot of great racing. Second half of this race wasn't too bad there.
No, it wasn't. Sorted it out. It's a shame they had to get down to only 5 cars or so on the track to get that sorted out. But once they got it sorted out, they were able to race. And, we saw Tyler Holden. I mean, he really had a dominating performance here at South Boston. Pretty much, was on his own. Matthew Johnson stayed in contact, but was really never a threat. Wasn't too bad. But I don't know. Some of the stuff that went on, I'm kind of not real, just from a racing standpoint, it was not very cool. So we'll have to address that with Braden here offline, but hopefully we can get that cleaned up and we'll have better racing next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, I'm a competitor, same as you are, but you got to go out there and race your competitors clean. You got to know when to take a risk and when not to take a risk, and you also got to know a little bit when to just let that water just roll off your back a little bit. But great second half to the South Boston race here this evening. Congratulations on Tyler Holden for sweeping the doubleheader here tonight, and we look forward to, they'll be off next week. So 2 weeks from now we'll be back with them on a Saturday. But again, a lot of great racing coming up here. We will be. Are Legends running on Monday night, Jamie?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so we'll be back on Monday evening.
Yes, they are. Yes, they're running Monday because I'm racing at Five Flags.
That's right. Jamie will be behind the wheel of a Legends car at Five Flags Speedway. So looking forward to that on Monday night. Off Tuesday, and then Wednesday we kind of get back into swinging things with Maple Ridge. Thursday's a huge day as Season 2 of the Truck Series for Goat Locker Racing kicks off at Iowa Speedway. So please come out and join us then. Friday night, still no Xfinity racing, but we'll be back on late Friday night with the ARCA Series, and then Sunday, a little over a week from now, me and Jamie will be back behind the wheel of the Rebels truck. So to everybody out there, have a great rest of your Labor Day weekend. We appreciate everybody that tunes in, and we will catch you Monday night.